To be able to get out there and perform on the mound tonight.
Yeah, definitely real exciting to be able to get out there on the mound and put the team in a good position to win. Everything felt good, everything felt smooth. Definitely nice being in some warm weather here out in California. Yeah, it was definitely good to be out there for sure. Good team win.
And I asked Coach the same question, just kind of what do you think your biggest area of growth has been from last season to this season?
Yeah, I think this further development of the off-speed. I think the changeup was a huge pitch for me tonight. It's going to be a huge pitch for me all year. Something I didn't have last year, especially in a lefty-dominating lineup like Cal had. I think the changeup is a key pitch for me. So I guess just overall off-speed command, improving that.
And it looked like you had a lot of confidence in your off-speed later in the innings. Wiping off, going from the fastball to the off-speed. Yeah. Is that something that's come during the off season, or how has that developed for you? That confidence in your off-speed stuff.
Yeah, it's something that kind of came about at the end of last year. But really, once I started throwing again, working on it from the fall all the way through the winter. Since I was throwing bullpens starting from November all the way through the winter, and I was just really focusing on developing like that changeup and making sure I'm confident in all counts, being able to throw all my pitches, and I think that's going to be key for me this year to make me a little less predictable than I was last year.
And your schedule's been a little bit different because of the injury, and you started bullpens in November. And how do you think that's prepared you a little bit differently for this start? Do you think you were more prepared because of the fact that you started then, versus the normal fall and spring schedule?
Yeah, definitely different. Definitely different. Not facing any hitters during the fall, not really facing any hitters until I stepped back on campus in January. I think it was helpful for me to be able to throw bullpens all the way from November all through the season. I'll be throwing obviously we're here at the season now. But it was definitely different not being able to face hitters and get that game experience. But I think this visualization was important for me. Every time I stepped on the mound in a bullpen setting, whether I had a catcher, whether I was throwing to a net, whatever it was, just imagining hitters in there, imagining game scenarios. And I think overall I definitely felt prepared for this start, and I'm prepared for the season.
What is one area where you think you can still grow?
Yeah, I think just I could further develop the off-speed command. That's something that's taken a big step for me. But I just think that there's always room to improve. I think I could be a little more aggressive with my motion. I think I kind of got away from that in the middle innings, where the key for me, for a mental cue, is staying aggressive by delivery, exploding with the legs, making sure I'm getting through the pitch. I thought that was a part tonight where I could have improved on, where I felt like the ball just didn't seem coming out of my hand as great, and I just noticed, wait a minute, I'm not being aggressive with my motion here. So I talked to my pitching coach, and he was saying that just work on in warm-ups, just making sure you're staying loose and fluid and being aggressive. So I would say that for sure.
And tell me, there's been a lot of talk about the potential of the #1 draft pick, and when you hear that type of thing, what goes through your mind?
Yeah, I really don't pay any attention to that. I'm just focused on working as hard as I can to put the team in a good position to win, and everything else will take care of itself. It's something I can't control. The draft is something that I need to worry about. If I perform like I'm capable of performing it, making sure the team is in a good position to win every Friday night, then I'm doing my job. Everything else will take care of itself.
What do you think about coming out here to California to start the season?
Yeah, definitely great. I was checking the weather before I came, and it was saying 70 degrees, and I was checking the weather in Durham for when we were going to be here, and it's 30 there right now. It's going to be high. I have 28 on Sunday, so good thing we're out here for sure. I've really loved the past few days here.
And of course, every pitcher loves pitching when it's warm rather than cold.
Yeah, absolutely. The past few inter squads I had for the past 3 weekends, they were 40 degrees, 38 degrees, 42 degrees, somewhere all in that kind of range. So it's definitely nice to be out here, and it was a lot easier getting loose, I'll say that for sure.